let's have some good time. I've got fucking paper where I've been writing notes down. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna make this Pokemon. I'm gonna breed them up. So here we are in the Ptolemaeus 2's briefing room. And so here's the Arc-Saber man that we kidnapped. And Psyche's was like, yeah, alright. We'll do this, it'll be good. We're gonna do this in line with the Federation, it'll be good rules. And Zero's like, yep, as long as you answer the questions in our cooperative, your freedom is guaranteed. And he's like, very well, I am an Arc-Saber, and on my honor, I will help you. And Zero's like, oh wow, look at that. Marguerite is an honourable sort, just like these man. Brilliant. Looks like and he's like, looks like I'm not gonna have to use my gas. Hell yeah. But the prisoner names himself Kevin McLaren. And he's in the 3rd Night Corps, 3rd grade. Which is apparently the equivalent of an army captain to us Earth nerds. He says that Insulam's primary objective in invading the Earth is to secure labour and resources for the rebuilding of their homeworld. Because it was completely destroyed by Gaio, and he's like, that's right. You can't name it, you can! He's like, I'm Kevin McLaren. Of Insulam. And he's not sure what Marguerite told us, but from what he knows, only 60% of Insulam's population died. Like 40% survived, and about half of its territory wasn't laid waste. And we're like, wow, that's not what we heard from Marguerite and Cheval. That's, And he says, well, they were in the vanguard, and they fell first to Aim Milliard's machinations, and the rest of the country got pretty fucked up. But he didn't fall entirely, and actually repulsed Gaio. And from what he understood, Gaio then came to Earth next. And we're like, so that's why when we thought we beat Gaio and Gaio beat Insulam, we would beat Insulam, and then that didn't work out because actually, he didn't. So it looks like our calculations on the transitive properties of ownage wasn't so good. Well, yeah, like 60% is pretty massive, but it isn't only compared to everybody but 2 people. Right? Like if it's between 60% of the population of the planet and everybody but 2 people, then I think you can get down with an only. But Kevin basically recommends that Earth should surrender before his Lord Uther gets upset. And he's like, wait, what? Zero's like, he seems pretty fucking mucktoast, dude. Like, what we've seen of him, he's all a bit, and then he like runs away, doesn't do shit. And then he says, despite his humble appearance, he's actually terrifying. He killed his father, in a rage. Like, he just got so mad that he killed the previous king, just cut him down where he stood. And apparently he was so angry at one point that even Gaia was like, whoa dude, chill out. And then supposedly he made Ambron his regent before beginning the invasion, and we're like, wait, what? That's weird. We're like, alright, Sir Kevin, you can go free. And he's like, I am glad to have been captured by such honourable humans. I will make a favourable report of you when I get back to my squadron. And Setsuna and Alleluia are assigned to give him a small transport shuttle and see him on his way. You know, that even Guy thinks, like Guy was like, whoa, this dude is pretty scary when he's mad, whoa, but then beat him up and he likes hot dogs. So Zero asks Roger what he thought of it, and Roger's like, well, his fear of the prince seemed pretty genuine, which means we definitely should not surrender. And Zero's like, yep, definitely not. Victors are not charitable to the losers, as he knows from the Britannia Area 11 thing. But all this information needs to be sent up to the top of the Federation, and Zero promises that Zexis will still get stuck doing the actual fighting when war breaks out, but we can at least tell him. Sumeragi agrees with Saike's recommendation to stop by Japan in hopes of giving the team a little rest. Maybe they can catch a Twinkle Project show. And Jeffrey's like, hell yeah, let's fucking go, why not? We just found out the dudes invading the Earth are actually, like, might actually be really bad, but it's too constant for him. Yeah, sure, it's fine. So Crow, scowling, and he spoke to Rand about his sphere, and Rand's like, you alright, Crow? You looking? Like, yeah, me and Rand were up all night talking about stuff, and we drank a lot. Like a lot, and I spent a lot of money on beer with him, and now I'm poor again, even more poor. But I also don't know that much more about the spheres either, because Rand didn't really know much. But we only got one lead left, Asukim, but better than none. But he talks to Rand and he's like, hey, you lost Eureka and I lost Esther. Let's be buddies who both lost our lady friend, except I don't want to fuck Esther, and Eureka is your entire vocabulary. How you doing? And then here's Rand, he's like, wow, howdy everybody, and Gang's like, so, spoke to the Crow about the spheres, right? Huh? And he's like, yeah, I didn't just enjoy the booze, I found out about that Crow a little bit, and also I wanted to fix the Braster up a bit. Gain asks if Rand and Crow are destined to kill each other, and Rand's like, no way, I'm not a jerk like Asukim or AIM. Yeah, that's what he mentions there. He says, for starters, neither he or Crow have any interest in getting each other's powers. They both got their own lives to do, and each other's powers seem pretty shit, to be honest. So maybe Asukim and AIM's problem is they had too much spare time on their hands? Well, whatever. Rand's grateful for the chance to help save Setsuko and Esther, and he's going to hang with us for the foreseeable future. Is Esther back? Nope, she's a dog. She's a fucking space dog. Rand's power, for people that don't know, because we did it the first time I did Z1. Setsuko's power is sadness. She's the sorrowful maiden. Rand is the wounded lion. His power powers up, like his sphere powers him up, like the more pain he's in, and puts him in increasing amounts of agony as the downside. But also his sphere is, like, unlike Setsuko's, whose sphere is a fucking jerk and is like, hell yeah, you like sweets? No sense of taste. Oh, you like seeing stuff? Fucking blind. Eat shit. Rand's is nice. Doesn't want part of whatever sphere war or whatever the deal is, which is why it went into a repair robot. It doesn't like hurting things. It's a little nice boy. And so it purposely withholds itself from Rand so it doesn't put him in constant pain, because it's like, man, that'd suck. So it just doesn't do it. Like, if he needs it, it'll do it, and when he desperately needs it, it'll pour it on. But otherwise, it's like, no, dude, I ain't turning it on. You can handle this by yourself. You're good. I trust you. But then there was a thing where Mel died, his little buddy lady who calls him darling, and he's like, we're gonna get married. And he's like, please, no. You're like 13, and I like a titty. You don't got none, sorry. And she gets mad and tells him just marry a cow. But she died, and then the sphere went, well, alright, and then jumped from his robot into the lady, and then went blonk and brought her back to life. So, and like, she hadn't aged in like 3 years since then, and then the sphere like sort of jumped ship and was like, she's alright now, and her hair grew, and that was like Rand's failsafe. Was like, yeah, I'll marry you when your hair reaches your shoulders, because she hadn't changed a day, like her hair hadn't grew, and then one day it all grew because sphere magic. And he's like, well, still no though, still no on that one, still not gonna. But in Z1 there's a bit where they're looking on the internet for news, and he's like, oh shit, pop up! And then she goes over and is like, darling, if you like udders that big, why don't you just marry a fucking cow? And then storms out, and he's like, I didn't click nothing! And it's like, dude, we're trying to save the world, and you're here trying to jerk off in somebody's office. He's like, sorry. Yeah, AIM had the Lion Sphere, Asakim's got whatever he's got. But otherwise, at this point, we don't know shit about spheres other than... Oh, and Crow's is the Swaying Scales, which is Libra. So there's Swaying Scales, which makes you focus, on something to the exclusion of all else. The Wounded Lion, which causes you lots of pain. There's the Sorrowful Maiden, which, deliberately makes you have a shitty life because it's awful, and the Lion one, which the more confused and the more lies you told, the more powerful it got, but then also it made you completely unable to communicate with anyone as its downside. But presumably there'll be 12 for the entire Zodiac, and we find out what all of them do except one. Throughout the games, we find out what they all do except one. But, yeah, Rand's good. He's good. His sphere's good. It's a nice boy. Doesn't want to hurt him. He gets to have a good time. But he's just going to hang out with us. And then, game was like, alright, Zahit. K, girl K, because we've got boy K as well, I remembered. But he's not here yet, the Singularity K, the one who wants to kiss every lady in the world. But she's curious about Japan's hot springs, because, she's lived, most of her life underground, and doesn't remember the bit where she didn't. And her father spoke a lot about the Kuragane-ya, which is Koji's mother's bathhouse, and he doesn't want to talk about it, but when he, pokes her on it, he just says that ogres dwell there, in particular a dreaded lady ogre who sheds neither tears nor blood. And then they're like, ogre? He's like, hell yeah, a real ogre, I mean it. Fuck this clown Prince of Insalam dude. And his teammate's like, wow, Koji really fucking hates his mother, I guess. Whew, jeez. But I don't know what happened between them. Not his child wife, Goatface, man. And then Go does a face and senses something. It's like, what is it? He's like, enemies approaching. And then Benkei comes in. He's like, yo, everybody, Mecha Beasts are attacking Atami, which is where the Kuragane-ya is. And Koji's like, alright, let's go beat up fucking Dr. Hell, he sucks. And Go's like, be careful, Koji. And Takaru says, yeah, I got a real bad feeling. Something scary's gonna go down. Is K not here yet? No. Sexy boy K, not here yet. He's still missing. So, Dr. Hell has sent an army to Lior's Exis, as Tsubasa has figured out. And she's like, you know what? Maybe I should get to murdering instead. And waiting for those idiots. Shizuko, which is Takaru's mother, says that she mustn't die yet. She's got a duty as a mother to tell Koji and Shiro the truth. She's like, well, obviously, I'm not gonna die, am I? She knew this day would come, and she's hired a few bodyguards. And it's Boss and his idiots. So they're going like, oh jeez, we're in this shitty Boss Boro and we gotta fight all these mecha beasts? This don't seem so good. He's like, duh. But then Cross, Yasu, Sensei, Django, and Okiku are here, and they're the actual people she's got. And they tell Boss and the others that they better not even think of showing the enemy their back. Otherwise, we might think that they're ungrateful for all the hospitality they've shown them. Alright, let's go. Certain kill Iron 5, which is the Kurogane 5 attack. Look at this shit. His ace, Guts becomes brave. So, his full heal spell? Yeah, his is a full heal spell, I'm pretty sure. Is now a whole lot of spells. Boss is actually very good now. Hey, dude, you wanna fucking go? Get fucking punched. Let's go, Nukamucha. Cross-san, Yasu-san, Sensei, Django, Okiku. Let's give him. Go with this boss borot. We'll protect the old lady. Cross. With his super Alizette body. Kore-sama, the great me. The enemy? His punch is gonna hurt, buddy. No, buddy, you can go a bit faster than that. So, Sylvester's like, what the hell playing at? These guys don't seem to have like any semblance of tactics besides just bull rushing us. Does Dr. Hell think he just overpower Zexis? And here's Yasu's like, hey, let's go. And then we show up, it's like, hey boss, hey Koji, what are you doing in that robot? Jan jan jan! Which is what boss does. Da da da. That just goes jan jan jan. It's me, the great boss. Yeah. So jan jan jan. The Bancher of all Japan's mighty robot, the Boss Borot. And then here's Ashura, Koji Kudo, and Zexis. We will kill you. Whatever, dude. But we show up and Ashura's like, check this shit out. Now here's a thing called a Kedera. What the heck's that? Bleh. Rushes over. Starts climbing all over Mazinger. What the heck? Hi there, what's going on? It's infiltrating the tower. And then Ashura's like, ha ha ha, that's the Kedera. They grow by eating machines. What the heck? And so she's like, that's fucking outrageous. Get the Ptolemy away from him. And Subasta's over here and he's like, the Kedera, what's Dr. Hell thinking? He must have gone insane if he's unleashed these. And then Kedera's like, ha, that's right. And she's like, they're not just attacking Zexis, they're attacking everybody. And impossible. It's like, oh no, the Kedera are attacking Dr. Hell's Mecha Beast as well. And Subasta's like, if Dr. Hell thinks he can control the Kedera, he needs to be locked up. Now this thing's like, oh, Kedera. Dude, it's vegan. What the? And now it's like, Kedera. Maikane, warrior of the Maikane. It's like, the Maikane, and then Nada's like, the Maikane! Wait a minute. The ancient Maikane civilization, like, yes, we will destroy everything that is not of Maikane origin. And they start doing some weird shit. And Shikajima is like, hell yeah! Look at this thing! Kedera is like initiating a dimensional quake just by they're hanging out. Wild, I love them. Whoever summon these things need to get fucking murdered. Gah! Gah! And now here we are in the fall into the netherworld. Her sculpture is so... No, he's got... It's 3 scars! The most obvious bad guy. Shikajima's not a bad dude, he's just nuts! But it's like, whoa, where are we? And here's Tsubasa looking very young, and she says that the Kedora have sent us to an abyss between worlds where past and future are commingled. Like, bathhouse, what are you doing? He's like, yep, everyone's gonna see their own vision here, you and everybody. I wonder what you're all gonna see. Lelouch and C2 see the Sea World. Sea no Sekai. A world without lies, according to Marianne, Lelouch's mother. Go is in a pod and Kay just sees him lying there. It's like, wake up, go! And he's just asleep in a pod. The new types, including Setsuna, experienced in new type Nirvana transcendence. And like, whoa, all of our consciousnesses commingling. Renton sees Eureka and a rainbow. Renton, Eureka? Wow, what the Eureka? And Simon just sees space. And someone that looks a lot like Nier telling him that neither he nor mankind are permitted to grow any further. Nier, what are you saying there? Nier? And here's Rand and Crow. And they're like, just complete another blackness, huh? That's no good. And then Asukim shows up and is like, yes, this is what lies in the depths of your hearts. Asukim. And Alto just sees the Twinkle Project where Ranka and Cheryl both just say his name, and then Vasara yells, oh, listen to my song. He's like, dang it, what are you doing here? I wanted the 2 babes. And Koji is seeing what looks like Mazinger, but if it was a giant dude, fight another giant dude who is a big giant monster. Ashura yells that the big golden fella is the god Zeus, betrayer of the Mycenae. And explains in the old days, the sea and land belonged to the Mycenae, and the humans grovelled before them in fear. And now he cries out to Hades to strike down the traitor Zeus. Yeah, Alto's been sent to true hell. He gets to see his 2 girlfriends, but then a dude shows up. Mazinger is the straight, it's the ultimate. And then we all wake up and it's like, wow, what's going on here? We're just somewhere fucking weird? Got all the sensors and radar don't show us anything according to the data. They like have no idea where we fucking are. Gambling is not like Basara hasn't joined our crew yet either. He's just like Alto just saw a vision where it's like, wow, the woman I love and another woman that I don't want to like completely crush by terror. I don't love her here performing a song. This ain't so bad. And then fucking John Lennon dipshit shows up and yells, "Yo, check me out!" I've decided this is the grandfather to learn about Greek. It's not Greek mythology. It's actual history where he's the giant godlike being made of like of gold, super badassness. But here we are in the Macross Quarter, and Shadow's like, so where did all the Alto and all the others go? And they're all back in the real world, and like, so what the fuck? Cheryl's like, we gotta find something to do to help, and Basara's like, hey lady, can you shut up? Like, what do you say to me? And then Mylene is like, Basara, don't be rude to Cheryl and Ranka and Ada. You're a real jerk. And Gamlin's like, Mylene, please. You know Basara is mentally ill. He's got a problem in his head. But then Visara's like, listen, I know what we gotta do. And you know what you gotta do too, Cheryl. And then Ranker's like, what we gotta do? He's like, you know, Ranker. He's like, well, just tell me. He's like, we gotta sing. We gotta sing! And if they sing, Grace says that if Ranker and Visara sing, then their songs, like, it's been shown that they generate fold waves, and if they amplified enough, it might just open a portal to wherever Zexis have gone. So, well, I mean, why not? Probably worked against the Proto Devlin, says Ray. Let's do it, Ranker. Let's sing a song. And Grace is like, hell yeah, let's see if the little queen can take it to another level. And Cheryl is like, this is fucking stupid. I'm just gonna sit and, like, I hope he's safe, alright? Just gonna pray for his safety. And just like, ugh. That's not what I heard about that lady. So, none of the sensors work, but from what we can see, there isn't a single structure or living thing for 100 kilometers in any direction. And it seems like quite a lot, like the area around the zone that was totally destroyed. The zone? Thing with Zetsuko in? Yeah, it sort of made everything shit and dead and sort of like this. Yeah, Koji wishes we could catch a Kedora and use it to get back, and then Tsubasa is like, exactly right. He's like, bathhouse woman. He's like, check this out. And she's just dragged in, Baron Ashura. And he's like, this idiot's good as any to explain what's going on. And Go has heard of the Mycenae and knows their deal. But then Ashura explains that the Kedora were developed as electronic brains to enable mecha beasts to have a measure of autonomy. And the Mycenae were the old gods who waged war across the galaxy, fighting Baal in every galaxy by crossing space and time. And then Sayaka's like, Baal? And then Ashura says, Baal is a dreadful foe, opposing the future of all sentient beings, and the battle between it and the gods is so dreadful that Ashura can't even bear to recount it. And then, and then it's like, don't want to think about it. And it's like, come on, tell us the deal. And then Koji's like, how do you know so much about the Mycenae? And then it's like, oh, okay, well, we're two people, Isolde and Tristan. Combined, we're really old. And their memory has been repressed by the whatever force fused them into one being. But the sight of Zeus brought everything flooding back. It's like, wow, I guess you're really old and fucked. But Tristan and Isolde were servants. No, yeah, it's just Isolde. Yeah, so Tristan and Isolde were servants of the Mycenae gods. And Ashura knows that the team must find the Master Kedora to return home. And he knows how to control it, and maintains that the team can trust us, because they need to see Dr. Hell again. It was Dr. Hell who pulled Ashura from the Lake of Fire, and Ashura believes his debt to Dr. Hell will never be repaid. So then Tsubasa is like, so, the question now is whether you'll believe our enemy. I'm like, I don't know, it's a tough one. Baron Ashura's a real shitbag, and weird. And then Nuke comes in and is like, hey everybody, the Mecha Beasts are attacking, they're controlled by the Kedora and it sucks. And then Ashura's like, oh jeez, alright, it sucks. And then Koji's like, quick Koji, you gotta go. And he's like, oh, I don't like it, but alright. Truce till we get home. So, let's launch. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. This is a tough one. I mean, I guess Sayaka can just not come. Koji Kabuto, who's like, I don't like it, but we're together until we get home. And then Asher explains that on the Mecha Beast is the Master Kedora, so we gotta get it. When suddenly... bullshit. Safiana, that means Wayne! And here's Wayne. He's like, hi, Night of Nights, I'm here, how you doing? And Wayne just says he's on here to make sure that we're buried here. He's like, don't like this guy. And I was like, darling, this dude's a real friggin' piece of work. And Duo is like, wow, this dude makes a fitting servant for the bloodthirsty Prince of Insalam. And then one's like, huh. And then Marin's like, wow, this dude, fuck him. And then Wayne tells us that we've got no idea what he's going through. And he's also not going to explain either. Because, hey. Roger now tells Crow that he's got to maintain control while facing Wayne. And that means he's not going to be allowed to use the Spigot system, his best weapons. They're disabled. Because, you know, they rely on channeling power from the VX and no good, buddy. And, it's like, alright, I still do it for you. And then the Kedra is like, wow, time to destroy everything that isn't Maikane. Destroy everything that isn't Maikane. Destroy, destroy. And Wayne is like, oh, jeez. If that dude kills, yeah, he's like, if I kill it, then we'll be stuck here forever. So, alright, no, okay. He's like, okay, so he's like, I can get out, but if I kill that thing, you guys are stuck here forever. Alright, see ya. So it's sort of a three-sided battle, but not quite. Well, alright, let's give it a go then. Stop all those jerks. Okay, and the SR point for this is defeat all Kedra and Insalam enemies, and then defeat Abdullah U6, which is this dude, by turn 3, and also don't let any of the bad dudes fight each other. So I can't let them steal any box. Which mostly means sending someone really fast to the corners, because they will focus on, like, me. Check out my elegant graphic work. Now I'm a pro. You like that? And now this wild boy will fly in. Beautiful Camille, love that little dude. Banana, banana. No, that's not the website I wanted to go to, actually. I lied.
未経年以外は全て消滅せよ。我が使命は敵の排除。
Oh, my enemy.
敵か相手じゃないんだ。さっさと離れていれば助かったのに。落ちろ
Fall. Thank you, Camille. Beautiful little boy. Love that dude. Still in Super Health Nation? Yep. We're in weird, the abyss between time and space nonsense. Where the past and the future co-mingle. Let's punch this dude's skull out. By the way, he's all made out, like his entire body is a skull. Just doing a shotgun in every bag I hit, you got killed by a Kedora. Yeah, he nailed it. Skull straight out of back. Blammer. Alright, buddy. Abonter is the guy. Dark, like Sasuke's dark future. He's a dude. Doom Quake guy. I think the only one of Sasuke's robots that doesn't have a shotgun is the crossbow. But I think even then it might, because like that's his deal. He's the CQC guy. He's the big boy. You gotta go for the big move. I hate the Jesus button so much. How can you hate this Inkura? It stands there with its arms out. Sasuke specialties are awesome. That's his non-robot specialities. But his specialist, like he's a specialist when it comes to controlling the arm slave. When it comes to arm slave combat, he's CQC. Yeah, he's shotgun. Mal's assault rifle. Other guy also has an assault rifle and a shotgun. Not an assault, a sniper rifle. Mal has like an anti-tank sword, whereas the others just have a knife. And Sasuke has like a grenade launcher as well. They all have a missile launcher, and then Kurt has a fucking cookery. It's not only that he has to shoot through a prism, it's also that its barrier is the most powerful barrier of all time, but it can only control, like, it can only cover small segments, so he has to constantly calculate the air, like, things coming in and moving them around. Which is what the three girls in Macross do with the pinpoint barrier, but they just go wild with a fucking trackball. Move the force field around, just go. There's got a big egg there running around, move stuff like shit. We got just over there, move it. But he's a genius, so he's just got typing in. He's like, yep, moving all those barriers over. Easy, beautiful. Move that barrier over there. Got it, nailed it. Everything will be destroyed. We will destroy all enemies of the Maikane. Horobos. Horobos. Does Super Robot Kamen Rider Cup fight with modified engines? Yep. He's in like it's a repair robot. He can repair and be cool, but it's also like a mining robot. So he has like Bagger 288 big excavator things. And he's just like, these are basically just really big chainsaws, right? So he's a good boy. He's a repairman. He repairs things. He breaks more than he repairs even when he's trying. He's not very good at it. But don't call him the Crusher. He hates that name. It's the like the big excavator thingy. It's the Bagger 288 excavator. Yeah, Bagger 288. It's where someone saw that and went, damn. That's basically just a thing with a big buzzsaw on the front, if you think about it at the right scale, right? So he just has like two of them, but chainsaw shaped. Chew on this, sucker. Yeah, when you're digging when you're using a trench shovel to actually dig a trench, it's good to have a sharp edge because sometimes there's like wooden planks and shit where people drop shit everywhere. Good to chop them up. Combo axe shovel, perfect. What more do you need? Axe shovel, so I'm at it. Not quite, but pretty close. shovels get a bad rap.
必殺キックだ。
The RPGMP3.com people did a game of Rollmaster, and one dude was a berserker with a Matic, and they crit all the time, and the amount of XP you get is based on crits you do and take, and also things you kill. And he crit things a lot, and also got crit a lot, so he was like 3 levels ahead of everybody else constantly, gained like 2 levels a session. And then he had a thing where he became liquid metal, and it's like, yeah, I guess he sort of basically just ignores like all of the mechanics about nerve shock and shit because he doesn't have those internal organs anymore. So he just ended up being able to get crit in like 16 different ways but with 0 effect on him, so it was fucking incredible. Meanwhile, another dude who was like the rogue, and he became modified so he could fly, but the way it worked was he could just he could turn different bits of himself into any creature that could fly, so he could like get fly wings or bird wings and a beak and bird feet. And he didn't gain a single experience point for like 17 sessions because he just fucking didn't do anything. And the cleric was a dude who, the way he healed was he would take the injury you had. So if you had a broken leg, he'd go up to you, touch it, and then your leg would be healed and his leg would snap. And if it was a serious injury, then he'd go into a coma and like super heal over like the course of an hour or two and then be better. But of course that made him really, it's like, I don't really want to heal, I don't want to have all my guts fall out and go into a coma, like that sucks. I don't want it. I don't like it. It's bad, it really hurts. And then he and then they found a spaceship, and he got fucking disintegrated by a laser. Yeah, the cleric. Yeah, exactly. He got all the get hurt XP, and like if somebody else got crit, he'd come up and touch you, and then get crit as well. So it was brilliant. But then he's like, I hate it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have all these things. So he's like, oh wait, you got fucking your hand got chopped off? Yeah, don't worry. Here you go. And his hand would fall off. But then he got disintegrated by a laser in the spaceship. Just fucking turned into powder. And then one dude, and then they're like, he normally gets better from that, right? Yeah, normally. Just put him in. Let's just put him in our bag of holding and he'll regenerate, right? Yeah, alright. So they just put him in it, and then they kept checking every couple of hours to see if he was better yet. And then they eventually got him out just in time before he suffocated when he was fully healed. But then also, in repairing in a bag of holding with all of their weird stuff, he also was then a woman. So he was just a woman for a bit. Which was mostly, he was exactly the same, except the dude did a slightly higher voice. Rollmaster is entirely tables, where there's like that's right. Rollmaster is all tables. Like if you have a dude who knows what they're doing and does it, then it's really fucking good. Because the shit it gives you is really good. But you have stuff like, oh, we're gonna get to go all the time. And cool hop. And then, yeah, like the guy would crit, and he's like, okay, I'm using the Matic. That's like a tearing weapon. So let's roll on the tearing crit table. Okay, that's an H level crit. It's like what? It's like yeah, there's A level crit, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And it goes up to like M for each different damage type that you just get increasingly fucked up by. And the dice always explode, always, so that you can crit people infinitely. Like, the thing that really boosted the berserking Matuk man was he bit an ogre on the chest, and the dice exploded like 4 times, so he ended up just fucking killing him by tearing out his heart, by biting it out. And everyone was like, that's pretty hardcore. He's like, I love this game, it's good. Yeah, and each time down is a different crit tower based on the target's armor type. It's incredible. It's incredible. But yeah, the Immortal Cleric man, he hated it. He didn't want to keep getting hurt for everybody, and he hated everybody. It was awful. He hated everybody all the time. So they ended up climbing a mountain and took on a quest for their wizard lady to not die, and so the party would wipe at one point, channeled the power of a dragon and became more dragony. And she was like, this is pretty good, I want to become even more dragony. So they went on a quest to the top of the mountain to find a dude who could do that. When they found the dude was like, I can grant you each one wish. And so they all did their different wishes, and they were going to have a good time. And then the cleric command went, I wish my life was different. And he went, what do you mean? And he went, I don't want to be a cleric anymore. Right, okay, so alright, let's monkey paw this up. And so he monkey pawed, so the DM monkey pawed it, was like, okay, so if your life was different, everything will have changed. Everything like you've ever done will be different, and it'll be framed differently from what you did. This sounds really easy, easy to get. Well, all the dude could do was heal. All the dude could do was heal. And he healed by he touched you and then he would fall down. So you could pretty much only heal one person in a fight. But he leveled up good. And like I said, there was one dude who didn't get a single point of XP for 14 sessions. He just didn't do anything ever. And the enemies are also really powerful. Undead in Rollmaster actually just fucking kill you always. It's not like, oh yeah, it's a skeleton, whatever. It's like, you will probably just shit yourself if one gets within 10 feet of you. You won't even get a chance to fight it. Everything you can do, the enemies do too. So it's very high, high power, extremely deadly, all lethal all the time. And it is a game that you're supposed to metagame. It's called Rollmaster, R-O-L-E, but a lot of people call it Rollmaster, R-O-L-L. But it's very easy just to fucking die. But yeah, the dude was like, I wish my life was different. It's like, okay, so what do you want to be? And it's like, I want to be a warrior. I'm tired of being the weak, shitty cleric. Alright, you want to be a man or woman? I'll be a man again, alright. And then he went back and he did it and was like, okay, so there was this event where, like you said in your backstory, that you were a cleric, everybody you ever healed, you now didn't heal them, somebody else would have done it, so some people don't have legs anymore, where they were healed by a regular doctor instead of a magic baby cleric man. So you fucked them up. That village that you stopped all those undead from killing by yelling at them to make them go away, that never happened. So that village is gone now. Nice work. And he just completely fucked up everything in the world. There was loads of shit that just was completely different and changed. And everyone was like, why'd you do that? Why'd you fuck it all up? And he's like, if you wanna, if you want to be the dude who gets fucked up by healing people, be my guest. You friggin' do it, jerks. You wish to have my life. It sucked. I'm gonna be the cool fighting guy now. Fuck you all. And then when they climbed down the cliff, he failed and fell down. And just fell down the cliff. And fucking, I think he broke both his legs, and they were like, oh, I bet you wish you had your super regenerative powers now, don't ya? And just I hate you all even more now, because now I have the power to end all your lives, but I can't because my legs are broken. This sucks. He was really good, he was really mad. The wizard lady had the earth skull, so she could do anything with dirt. So she could dig crazy tunnels, and they figured out that they could travel like 10 times the distance they normally could in a single day if they just went underground, and she just put them in like a little bubble and pushed them along underground in a tunnel. It was really good, just the stupid shit they came up with to game it all. But yeah, like, Rollmaster is absolutely, hey, you want a meta game and know these tables and do stupid shit? Here you go, roll dice and see what happens. But it's good, it's good. There was a bit where they went, like they had to rescue a dude, and they went to like a Mayan temple in the jungle, and then they were supposed to rescue a dude, and then what happened was that was when the assassin man earned his XP. Was he ended up dropping their lamp in the forest, and it all fucking burned down and everybody died, and they were like, well, we got the dude we had to get out, right? Good enough. And that's when he finally got XP for killing things. He was like, yeah, you killed like 17 deer, dude, you did it. Here you go. So then he ended up level 3. It was so good. Those dudes are wild anyway. Like, they did D&D, and they had one dude who was a bard, and they got attacked at night. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna start singing. And he's like, you can't, you got up. He's like, I'm not getting up. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm gonna stay laying down in bed. What, why? It's like, well, I can either sing or get up. I don't have enough actions to stand up or sing, so I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna sing. Fuck all y'all. It's like, alright, I guess. The bard just stayed in bed and sang songs while everybody else fought stuff, and they're like, I hate you, dude. He's like, I can't stand up. I don't have enough actions to stand up and sing. So he just laid in bed singing songs to everyone, going, this is what I gotta do, alright? Yeah, you go this way, because I want you to beat up the poopy man. But once again, being honest, he was also really good because they had to go on a sneaking mission for one bit, and he was like, I'm gonna sing. Like, no, don't. He's like, I'm gonna sing because it gives all of us a bonus to our rolls for sneaking. And then he had to sing the song, and he just sang the Inspector Gadget theme song because that dude seems pretty good at sneaking. So they fucking snuck in. He snuck into a castle while this fucking... He was a dwarf bard, whose axe was also a guitar, and he wore like big platform boots because he was a glam metal dude. No, I'm talking about them playing D&D now. Like, that's them, like, they're playing D&D. When he was the bard, he was like, no, I can't get up. So it turns out that you can do stupid shit in any system and have a wild time if you desire, if you're into it. No, like, Rollmaster is you roll dice the game. Like, that's it. Like, you can, like, it's like every other system in that you can do what you will with it. Like, they didn't have to have the man become a liquid metal man. They didn't have to have a man be able to turn into any flying animal. They didn't have to have the other dude who had rhino armor so he could, like, just crash into people really hard. And they didn't have to have the lady become a dragon lady. But that's what the players wanted, so they did. need more coverage. Let's send this dude over here. Because I'll need to beat up Wayne. Need to beat up Wayne and the artificial diamonds.
次元の向こうまでぶっ飛ばしてやるぜ。私は足元が見えていなかった。悪の夢を見ようとしなかった。でもこんなこいつめ。
That's the other thing he spoke about that was really good. There was one dude who did a game of it, Adventure, and they had a really good time, but at the end of the second session he gave him an airship, and then that suddenly meant that he had to be prepared for them to go anywhere in the world, and they were like, yeah, let's go to Norway right now. And he's like, oh fuck. So he hated it and he instantly regretted his decision. They also did the world's largest dungeon. And that's wild, other than it just doesn't fucking work. Because you get loads of gems and shit, and loads of loot. But there's only like 3 shops in the entire thing, and you gotta find them. So you end up, it's like, oh hey, I'm the fighter, here I am, 5 sessions in, and I've still got my basic regular fucking sword, so I can't do shit against any shit ghost men, and I hate it. And now we get the good move. Alright, monsters, time for the great me.
ここに入れたる面々は Z の腕で戦うクロス
Is that what I want a cross?
マグナム Z を手にするガンマン
The mad gunman with his alloy Z magnums, Django. His super alloy Z sword, Sensei.
最後の武器は人間爆弾
The human bomb, Yasu the Weasel.
最強
And with a Z alloy thread, Okiku. The Kuregane 5. But yeah, their world's largest dungeon thing was good because they had one dude who was deliberately being a shit character. He was a dwarf wizard with loads of constitution and not maxed out intelligence, which sort of isn't how the world's largest dungeon goes. The expectation, and it's written with the idea that you're going to be min-maxing. So in the end, when a couple of them died, they ended up coming back, as one dude was a cleric of Ilmater for healing, who was obviously a masochist. And another dude was like a half-dragon monk with all of the shit vows that mean he can't have any equipment, but also anybody within like 50 feet has to make a will save or they can't have any violent thoughts. So they just walked through like the drow area, and all the drow were just like, oh, whatever dude, you can come on through. They just didn't give a shit. The all-guardsman party. That sounds like a wild time of Only War. Fucking Only War. We played Only War with Nuggan. We just did it once, and Mune was the Psyker, and the first time he tried to cast a spell he failed and became temporarily incontinent and disappeared for the entire fight. And then like we eventually finally won against the super invincible tough orcs who were using the old rules for being tough instead of the new ones. So instead of +2 toughness, they had +4 and were invincible. That was fucking good. And we're like, brilliant, thanks Psycho Man, you really helped. He's like, the orc is mysterious.
全て排除する。未経年の敵は全て滅ぼす。
Like the orcs had unnatural, like orcs have unnatural toughness in all the games, but they had unnatural toughness too many ranks equivalent. So it's like, oh yeah, those guys just have double the pluses to their toughness that they should have compared to what we're able to do. And that was a wild time because then we had to fight an orc stomper and we did it, and then the general man was like, what do you do? I was like, we're fighting the orc stomper so the bombing run won't get shot down. He's like, was that your mission? Well, no, our mission was to secure this. It's like, so you're doing that and not your orders? It's like, yeah, I guess. Like, you're all going to the fucking brig. Get fucked. I'm like, oh man. The chuffy plane is like pound chocolate you get in a big bag. Yeah, that's pretty much those guys. Yeah, we only got the brig in light of what we did. It did actually help. It just wasn't our actual orders, so we didn't get executed. And we were like a special ops squad that's allowed like some level of autonomy. It's just that we were supposed to do another thing. It's just that we did that thing that really helped instead. Sterile, like, 2 of us are already sterile anyway. The fucking Psycho was chem gelded. Oh no, the Mechanicus guy was chem gelded and I was an Ogrin. And that dude's definitely not allowed to breathe. It was really good because we were and these dudes, okay, they can move good, excellent. Because we were paratroopers, but I was an Ogrin, and Ogrins are claustrophobic, so our first and most difficult mission was getting my dude on the fucking plane. It's like, get in the VTOL. No, it's dark and cramped, I don't like it. Get in the VTOL, dude. No! And then they gave me drugged milk, because we remembered the A-team. They gave me drugged milk, because Papa Emperor loves to give me milk before bedtime to help me stay calm. And it's like, yeah, it's just drugged, don't worry. So I woke up just before it was time to jump out the plane, and they're like, just jump out the plane, dude, there's loads of room out there. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Able to articulate. It was just like, oh god. Like the way we did most of it was in Only War. You have an assistant man, and mine was old Aloysius, and he was just an old man who the Ogrin was basically a replacement son for. So he like if anything complicated needed articulating, it was just like, what he means to say is this, and then my henchman man would explain. And I haven't finished turn 1 yet, I've got too many dudes doing shit, and I've been having too good a time giggling about the fucking liquid metal man. He got hit in the head once and got stunned, so he couldn't hold his form, so they put him in a fucking bucket. And they put him in a bucket, but he was really dense, so they swung him and smashed him into someone. And they got a crit with that, and he went, I want crit XP for that. I was involved. I was the weapon. Boss, they're talking about death of flowers and the truth of the world. And because it was a one-off, I didn't go for the Brain Boy thing. But you can have the upgrade to be as smart as like a 5-year-old instead of a 3-year-old. Instead, I went with like super tackle and frenzy, so I flipped my shit and headbutted an orc, and it was good. Not only does the boss bar have a steering wheel, you can stick your head out of this bit, out of his grill. This punch is gonna hurt. There should be a big noodle arm combo attack. Our Warhammer campaign was also good. When we had to infiltrate a thing. We had to infiltrate a thing and my dwarf sort of had a bad dream and went wild and was going to take this bronze mask away from the party, and we were supposed to do something with it. So the rest of the party had to restrain me, but the dwarf was too strong. So I was walking along, dragging along like fucking 6 other dudes. It's like, no, I can do this, I'm good. And then the priest we brought with us, the priest of Sigmar that we brought with us, cast a spell, and it just went wrong and he spoiled all of our food. And it's like, thanks dude. Yeah, it's dark inside the Chimera. He's like, I'll bring you a hammer, you can get it yourself, dude. Oh, the RPG MP3 dudes are also the people who did the Warhammer game that just fucking imploded in the space of a single session. Like, everything was going fine, they'd done all these sessions, then it was like, okay, they're in this shit town, and all they gotta do is find out who stole the dude's fucking chicken. All they gotta do is find this old man's chicken. That's their quest, that's all they gotta do. And then it just all went fucking wrong. One dude had been corrupted by chaos and had grown a 3rd breast that was leaking milk that drove people insane. And so he poured that into the well of the town so everybody went weird. Another dude was like, fuck the chicken, who gives a shit about the chicken, we're gonna do this instead. He caused a ruckus in a bar. And then someone saw the dude messing with the water supply that everybody was getting sick from, so he got... How did they find out his restaurant turned people to saying who sampled it? He just had an urge one day to give it to somebody, so he did, and then it made him go weird. So then he got tied to the stake and was going to get burned to the stake in the woods. But then he turned like full demon and burst out, and then as he flew away he went, "Thank you, my brother, for setting me free!" and flew away, and so that instantly implicated the brother who was trying to kill him. And the whole town were like, "Man, we gotta kill you too!" And he's like, "Oh, fuck." So all they had to do was find this fucking chicken, and instead they all got murdered by a village through being chaos bad dudes. Who takes milk from the guy who will activate it in minutes? Nobody! He just hasn't, like he milked himself and he had like a little glass of it, and then he was like, "Here, drink this," and to like a little boy in an alleyway, I think, he was like, "Hey little boy, you look ill, drink this, I'm a hero adventurer man," and the boy was like, "Alright." They made him go weird and he like fucking kicked a cat or something, and then the dude was like, "Perfect, it makes you weird. Brilliant." It was so good, just the way it completely imploded in the dude's parting words were, "Thank you, my brother, for setting me free." So then just the whole party were murdered, and they were like, "Fuck this game. This game sucks. It's a very different game."
邪魔をするならぶっ飛ばす。こいつで風穴を開けてやる。ロケットパンチ。
You get to play your boy when it goes all chaos in the hell is the gym. When you go full demon, that's it, you're gone. When your corruption reaches 100, you're out. When your insanity reaches 100, you're out. But up till then, you can play it as you like. And he just played his dude getting more and more loopy until eventually he went full fucking demon and fucked it for everybody. It was so good! It was so good! There was another game where one lady of Pathfinder where one lady was a witch who got crit and lost her hand and then had a hook, and then when they started the next game, her character then had the exact same thing happen, fucking lost her hand in the very first fight against goblins. And Pathfinder goblins are good because they sing songs and they hate dogs, which, I mean, it makes them easy to hate. I'm Kendall. I'm the best. Dog hating bard, just actually the worst. Yeah, so the greatest soldier, Saikyo no Heishi. And they have their are their weapons just called like dog killers? And there's one goblin dude in it in the book, there's a sample dude who's called like Dog Killer Horse Hunter, and he just kick dogs and kick horses, and he's a shit. Yeah, Pathfinder goblins also say everything fine, including other goblins. Like they're just awful. Pathfinder goblins, no good. Don't mess with them. Mike and they are invincible, and I will destroy all. And he fucking did, by the way. He didn't destroy shit and he sucks. Okay, now time for Insalam to fight us. Oh, and yeah, turn A not in world ending mode. He doesn't do the shit yet. Refuses to do the shit. Nobody's got their good moves. Yeah, the Pathfinder game they did, there was like, it was like a big thing with like a hex map that they were setting up. It was like Kingmaker or something, and they were gonna like set up a town and do all that jazz. And then in the end, the person they chose to become the ruler of their town was a naiad in the forest who fucking hated humans, obviously. And they were like, all the villagers like, you've just been like brainwashed by her, you've been charmed by her. And like, no, we haven't. She's pretty beautiful though, but no, we haven't been charmed by her or nothing. But then the villagers met her, and suddenly, oddly enough, they all really liked her. That was weird. How the supernaturally charming, beautiful lady suddenly made lots of friends with all the humans. And then in the end, they all agreed. Like, they had lots of environmentally friendly policies in their village from then on. It was really good. Yeah, go on, Trans Am on this fucker, Setsuna.
けるならばトランザム発動。俺たちが託されたその力で
Came it down to it talking there. I mean,
世界の歪み
ain't nothing wrong with that. Because he was there, it seems fair to me. I read a thing where people were complaining about aliens in science fiction not being alien enough. And then someone said, do you think there's any aliens out there who look at humans and, like, we're basically orcs from 40k? We staple and glue our wounds closed. We swap organs around from people. When somebody dies, we take all their shit. We're like, yeah, we take 90% of their skin and all their organs and put them in each other, good as new, don't worry about it. Strap ourselves into fucking death machines. Just to see if, like, just because we can, like land speed record shit, just put ourselves in weird machines. A lot of people don't know how stuff actually works, but it does. They just trust that it does. We've got tablets that everybody can use really intuitively, but they don't understand actually any of the tech behind it at all. And someone brought up how there's a book where humans are basically kept quarantined from the rest of the universe. Nobody's allowed to talk to us because all the other races are like talking deer and other animals like fish and stuff, and they can all only live in one biome, but humans can live anywhere. And they're like, we can't let them out because they're too adaptable. And we just take over everything, but in the end we become the go-to mercenaries, because if you're a fish dude and you want to attack somebody on a planet that's not loads of water, you gotta make like a suit for all your soldiers to not like die. It sucks. So just get humans, they can walk up all the mountains and don't give a shit. They can do whatever they want. We breed fast. We can live anywhere. The reason we're the reason we're the top dog, like our hunting technique is like subsistence hunting, where it's like, yeah, we're not that good at like actually like getting things, but we can chase something for so long that it just fucking dies of exhaustion. Like, we'll just chase a deer for a fucking day, and then it'll die. Time for the double horn. Thanks, Wayne. Insalam. I'm gonna smash ya. Yeah, like this is the Safiada to the Emeraldan, so it's just the Emeraldan but blue. It's exactly the same. Like, the horn might be different, but I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same, but just a recolor. Oh! What spell did he get? Flash, brilliant, great, thanks. Great. That's overkill. Now the violent planet where everyone else is psychic, other planets end up with single intelligence running it, but they can't control us, we use swimmer and stack it up. That's neat. That's neat. What I really want is some homebrew for my 3DS where I can read an ebook on it, and it's not ugly as shit, so then I can friggin' read in bed. But no. It's fucking Daigon Max, this dude. I've decided. Here comes the big Daigon man. So you want a 3DS that is also a tablet? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But without having to get a tablet. Hi everyone, how you doing? We've been transported into the abyss between dimensions, where we saw a big golden man, who's apparently Zeus, fighting a big monster man, who was Hades. And there's weird tentacle squid men who are like, yes, their civilization is the best, everything else sucks and we will destroy it. And then Wayne showed up and was a jerk. But how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I saw you freaking Kickstarter nonsense. It's all good. Right. Let's scale this man though because he's pretty good actually, all things considered. Yeah, if you just want to assist yourself, that's fine too. I mean, don't let anybody else join in. Look at Kiriko. He loves to make a scuffle. Actually, he hates it. He's just good at it. Wayne's main deal in what he says is that we don't understand anything, and he hates us because he suffered a big defeat and came back from it. Real dangerous timing. Fucking Kiriko, giri no timing da. And thus we're not allowed to be cool until we've suffered real adversity like that boy. We're like, man, the big alien man came to our planet too and we beat him up, so chill out. It's like, wait, it's a fuckboy. Why did you make both ends of your javelin guy? I think he just does it. It's because he also can use them as axes. So maybe they just do that in tandem from that. Get away. You put the hinges in the fuckboy's hands. Like, the man who trained him was cool, and his current boss is cool. Even if his robot does turn into a horse. Which is like the worst animal, but I mean, I don't know if that's worth just having that man join in for the sake of that. Bad attack! Pandas and or dolphins? No, horses are way worse than pandas and or dolphins, because at least pandas are nice to look at. Horses, I mean, thanks for helping humanity during like the agricultural revolution, but also fucking maybe stop getting scared by ants and shit. You gotta pick me nose persona that has absolutely so good. Oh shit! I know what dude that even. I even know what dude that is. That dude's a good dude. The shit. He's the ice dude, right? No, horses cannot extinct themselves because they're fucking too shit to do it. Like, they try and kill themselves real bad though. Like, on an individual level. Hey, Setsuna. Dunk on this Joker. Oh, well, you can just assist yourself anyway, because you're fucking cool, I guess. The only good horses are all fictional. They're stupid and scared of everything. And they hold regressive views in terms of homosexuality. Fucking horses. Fuck them. We beat Wayne because he sucks. He's like, dang it, suck. He's like, this guy, and he's like, "Mrr." So him losing to us is starting to get to him, and he's like, I'll never forgive myself for this loss. Whatever, and then he's out. I'm like, that dude, he's real upset about something. A Wayne Riptail. What's left now then? This statue. All right, fucking boss. Help it out. Giraffes have ton against extra. Giraffes are really fucking good. Did you know that spandex is inspired by giraffes? Like the skin on their legs? Because if they didn't, like, giraffes have really tight skin on their legs, because if they didn't, all the blood would pool in them and they die. Did you also know that giraffes cannot naturally completely fill their lungs? Just by, like, regular breathing? So when they run, all their organs, like, aren't completely attached. So their stomach and liver and stuff go backwards and forwards like a piston to compress and expand their lungs to draw more air in. So they don't die when they run. They have a nerve that goes from that only needs to go from like half an inch, like across each side of the brain, but goes all the way down to the lungs, down their neck and back up. Because evolution's good and cool, and it's where that's a nerve that in fish is really small because, you know, it goes to the gills is pretty short distance, but then it just got extended longer and longer and longer as necks got longer and longer and longer. I give giraffes 2 thumb up. Pretty good animal. Look at this dude with his arms crossed thinking he's cold. Look at his little buttons on his vest. Roger. You gotta get up on this dude. Dr. Hell making this mecha is like, I want him to be like a sphinx. I want him to be like a pharaoh man. Alright. But also make it look like he's wearing a button-down shirt. Alright, Dr. Hell. You're the boss. Giraffes are horses, better in every way. Do you know that elephants walk on tiptoe and are the only 4-wheel drive animal? And hyenas are front-wheel drive. They pull themselves instead of push with their rear legs. dies, but it'd be nice if he didn't all the same. This dude talk about humanity sucking and he hates the machine. He hates it. He hates humanity and he hates this dude.
ここで決める。アサルトコンバットパターン。はい。ターゲットを中央に固定。そのまま速やかに火力集中。
Panda's the type of koala bears are worse than ours. No, horse is worse than ours. Easy. Pandas are pretty close though, because they're just trash at everything. Horses are bred for their purpose, but they're shit at that too. They're scared of everything. Like you can walk a horse around a field every day, and every day it'll see the same fucking turkey and flip its shit. And horses, yeah, if they get hurt, as in dumb enough to get hurt, they die. That all horses do is fucking kill themselves. Fucking fall down ditches and all their legs explode. Just there, still, fucking, they're awful. It's gonna keep breeding them. And babysit them. Mike and A will destroy everything that's not. And he's like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I'll use Photon Power to blow the shit out of you. Fuck you. Let's go.
なんだこいつは本当に生き物なのかこいつでどうだブレスト
Yeah, like I'm definitely talking about domesticated horses, because wild horses like don't try and murder themselves at every opportunity, and I'm like scared of everything, and they just fucking will kick you to death. Still don't know where red pandas actually are. It's just cute as hell.
それでマジンガー Z を倒すつもりかよこれ以上敵を近づけるな各機はフォーメーションを組み直せ
Shikishima.
第一部隊突撃第二部隊はフォローに回れ
Yeah, like pandas are really good because they're like, hell yeah. Can't climb down from the tree, but they can climb up it. Can't digest the only food they fucking eat. And also that food sometimes just like has a huge dieback, so they have nothing to eat. I'm like, man, this all is gonna fucking die. There were reports that a panda in captivity ate a fish once, but they can't confirm it because they didn't see it happen, so they don't know if like a seagull swooped in and stole the fish instead, or not, maybe. That attack pattern, too easy. Wow, 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 wow. And pandas can't even read this just because pandas figured out that sex isn't real and will take no part in the farce. Turns out most animals, yeah, like if they're gonna die, a lot of animals will eat stuff rather than go, I'll starve, I don't.
私は自分が信じる正義をやる。
The problem pandas have is they can't fucking do anything. Did you know that sloths eat poo? And scientists have to lock their toilets when they're in the jungle because otherwise they'll fucking go in there and there'll be a fucking sloth in it eating all the poo. They're awful. Anyway, here's this killer who's like, defeat is impermissible. So he regenerates fucking crazy power. But then Ashura's like, alright, my time to shine. Let's go! So now, Koji and Ashura are gonna step into action.
こいつで風穴を開けてやる。ロケットパンチ。
Everything will be destroyed. Destroyed. And here's Ashura. Goody. And now Ashura commands the Kedara and says that I'm the High Priestess of the Mycenae years old, and it is I, the Guardian of the Maiden, Tristan. Starts commanding the Kedara what to do. And tells the Kedara to get us the hell out of here, and the Kedara's like, alright boss. And then it's like, Xexis, we're gonna do it. So everyone get to the tower and we'll get teleported out. Unfortunately, we dinged the Kedara up too much, and so it's too damaged and it can't, like, target so good. And we might be fucked on this one. What's that mysterious song? It's Ranka! What the heck? And Ashura recognizes this song too. That's weird. What the heck's this song? It's Try Again from Firebomber! Yeah, fucking loves it. And Ashura's like, if we follow this energy to the source, then we can get out of here. Easy. Nailed it. Look at that, we got out. Beautiful. Alto's got a lot of praise for Cheryl and Ranka saving him with song. And Basara too, I guess. Hey Basara, Nikki Basara, what? Thanks for singing earlier. No problem, dude. He's like, but he probably just went, I didn't sing for you. What? So I was doing it for Ranka. It was her, right? Basara, thanks anyway. And you, Ranka. And Cheryl hangs back, and she doesn't want to go talk to Alto because she didn't even try singing herself. But Basara's gonna hang out with us. He's gonna hang out with Xexis now because he feels that our burning souls are like a good duet for his music, and he tells the rest of the band to come with him because he thinks that Ranka can handle the Twinkle project by herself if she keeps singing like she did today. And the rest of the band like, you just can't decide if the Fire Warrior are going to join this. Like, sorry, but I already asked Grace and she'll do it. And Grace was like, yeah, sure, I'll figure it out. As long as you come back as special guests, as long as your schedule allows. And this way she gets to have the uncontrollable Basara out of her hair and stimulate the growth of the little queen. And it's Koji who still has a tough time accepting his mother, and she needles him about it. And so he tells boss and friends to hold the fort while he goes off. And to paraphrase Tsubasa, fledges fully. But truth be told, his resolve is already fully fledged. He just needs a bit more seasoning to become 100% rude boy. And Tsubasa is looking forward to him coming back, knowing that when he does, he'll get to peer through a different door to a brand new edition of hell. Aboard the Palace in Salam, Wayne's back. And Gerard Wayne Riptail punches him. So Gerard punches Wayne and tells him, it's like, you may mobilize troops and your mecha without express orders from Uther. And Wayne's like, well, what's the point of the Arcsabers if we're not fighting for the sake of our country? And he says that his master even went so far as to become Gaio's lackey, all for the sake of sending back intelligence. And now look at the knights who remain. Slaves for the young punk and the old hag. So Gerard's like, Wayne! Punches him again, and tells him that one more word of disrespect to the prince and he'll challenge Wayne to a formal duel. And then Wayne is like, I think it's more than a little stupid for the remaining High Knights to be fighting each other, but... Then Gerard pauses and says, Wayne, become strong. All will be resolved if only one has a strength surpassing all others. And that's what he wants for Wayne. But Wayne isn't in the mood to hear it. He's got no intention of becoming the Knight of Knights. And then they sort of just glare at each other. They do not have Power to the Dream. I think Power to the Dream is next game. Uther, meanwhile, he's visiting Esther, just talking to her, just having a chat. And he finds her presence calming. And he's going to be the one who's going to force her to fight against her will. But he asks her rhetorically what he ought to be fighting for. Poor old Uther. He's got a new pet dog.